Lawyers for and against Iowa's new immigration law made their case in court today.
Now, lawyers appeared in federal court, U.S. District Court of Appeals for the 8th District today. And KWW reporter David Warrington standing by right now with more on today's important hearing. David.
Ron and Elizabeth, the law, which has yet to go into effect, would make illegal reentry a state crime in the state of Iowa. A federal court did block that law via an injunction back in June. And this is a law that has caused many protests in Waterloo and all throughout the state of Iowa. Both sides argued in front of the Court of Appeals this morning. An attorney representing the state argued that the law is addressing the issue of illegal immigration, and unless all possible applications of the law would be unconstitutional, the injunction should be removed. Emma Winger was another attorney that argued before the court this morning, and she thinks the law and similar laws nationwide would cause chaos.
This year, Iowa passed a cruel law that would create absolute chaos if allowed to go into effect, and also obviously human suffering. It puts immigrants, even those who are lawfully living in Iowa right now, at risk of prosecution and being forced to leave the country.
This morning, Winger gave an example of what this law would look like in practice. She believes a high school student whose parents illegally re-entered the country when that student was young could be removed prior to a final decision on their residency application. And Winger also believes they have a strong case based on a prior case in Arizona.
We have on our side Supreme Court decision in Arizona, which is remarkably on point to virtually all the arguments that the state is trying to make here. They do not have a comparable source of authority. Much of their argument is about distinguishing Arizona.
Iowa Attorney General Brenna Bird did provide a statement today saying, quote, "Since the Harris-Biden administration won't secure our borders, Iowa has no choice but to do the job for them. Today we made our case in court to defend Iowa's immigration enforcement law. If the federal government would invest half as much energy into securing our border as they do suing states like Iowa, we would all be better off. And it will likely take a minimum of 3 to 6 months before we hear any decision." Ron and Elizabeth.
Yeah, David, thanks for the update. By the way, Ms. Winger also said she believes that it's entirely possible this entire issue ends up right in front of the United States Supreme Court in the future.